Hello and welcome to this tutorial about industry contacts. Industry contacts, also known as just contacts, is a feature within MHParks.com that allows our users to promote themselves to other members of MHParks.com. I'm Gil Wigington, lead support team member and also the designer of MHParks.com. And to be able to use our contacts feature, you must be able to be signed up as a premium member. If you're a basic member right now, go ahead and upgrade your membership to a premium membership so that you can start utilizing our contacts feature. And if you're not a member of MHParks.com quite yet, go ahead and just sign up. You start off with a free basic account, free basic membership, and you can start browsing around and kind of get a feel for what MHParks.com does and some of the available tools that are there for you as you work in the mobile home and RV park industry. So in today's tutorial, we're going to cover a few options or a few aspects. We're going to first go ahead and give you a contacts overview. And then we're going to go ahead and view a specific contact and show you the sections that are each available to you when you're viewing an industry contact. We're going to go ahead and show you how to add a personal contact in those times that you want to add somebody that you know of, but they're maybe not a member of MHParks.com. And we'll show you how to delete that personal contact also. So as I mentioned, industry contacts, which is also known as just contacts, is designed for both basic and premium members of MHParks.com to promote themselves to others in the mobile home and RV park industry. Now, while you may not have a premium membership quite yet, you can still promote your information, and we're going to show you that here shortly, so that others that do have a premium membership can still see your contact information. And everybody should really think of contacts, our contacts feature, as a CRM system that they can opt themselves in for others to see. We've all got those CRMs, whether it's something as simple as having your contacts in maybe Office 365, or maybe you're using a full-blown CRM system. Everybody should think about our contacts feature as something that you can opt into to provide other members your contact information so that they don't have to go out and dig for it. For opting into our contacts feature, both basic members and premium members can do so. So as we see here on the slide, if you're a basic member, you can opt in to start having your information displayed in the contacts feature, but you will not be able to utilize the contacts feature to be able to see other people's information until you become a premium member. Now, premium members can opt into the contacts feature, have their information start displaying to other members, and also still start accessing contacts so that you can look up other people's information. Maybe if you're trying to contact somebody in a specific area, or maybe you want to start looking for people that have opted in and they've got parks that you may be interested. So to opt in, and you can see as the image below here, this is an image of our user's profile setting. And in your user's profile setting, you simply click the option at the bottom of the page, make my profile public. And by clicking that option and saving the setting, you'll begin to display in the contacts feature. Now, alternatively, if you want to opt back out of it at a later date, you just uncheck that option and save your settings again, and you will no longer be displayed in the contacts feature. Within the contacts feature, there's two types of contacts which are indicated in the contacts type column once you're viewing the main page. The first one will be just a members type, and those are generated from the user's profile when you select that option to make your profile public. You'll also notice that there's a padlock in the actions menu, and that means that it's locked. They control their information from within their profile. But then the other type is a personal contact, and those are contacts that you've added to the list and are private to you. After you've added them to your contacts list, you can make edits to that contact. Alternatively, if you choose to delete them, you can also delete them from the contacts by using the actions menu. To access the information about that contact, you'll simply click on the uh, contact type for that specific person, and a page will open up displaying their information. And we've got 4 sections of information for member types, and we've got 3 sections of information for any personal contacts that you may add to your system. For our personal information, that's always the first screen that will pop open, and it'll display things like the contact's name, their address, phone number, email information, and it'll also show any social media pages that they have included in their user settings. So if you're a member that decides that you're wanting to promote yourself with our contacts feature, make sure to enter in your user's profile settings any of your social media pages, the URLs to it. And that way anybody that's viewing your information can simply click the go button. It automatically takes them to your social media page that you've put in there. And that way, maybe they can contact you directly through social media instead. So the next section is company information, and this displays the company information that our members have entered into their profile settings, um, or that you may have entered in for them if they were a personal contact. And it includes things such as the company name, the address, phone number, and any bio information that users may want to display about their company. So the next section available is the claimed parks section. And this is going to display only for contact types that are members. So in other words, you've signed up for MHParks.com and you've opted in to making your profile public. You'll start displaying, and any parks that you have claimed in the My Parks feature will also display in this claimed parks section. This is a really cool feature in that, if you're a park investor and you've got every one of your parks as an off-market park, and you want to go ahead and claim those parks in the My Parks feature, then people know which parks you've claimed as yours, so that they can start seeing your information display in the parks claimed parks section and make contact with you about your park. The rare times that you'll see unknown as a park name, that's because, as we've discussed on other tutorials, any park that may be a black pin park on any of our integrated satellite maps has no information for the park. We know that it's there, but it has no information specific on how many lots, maybe the name of the park, etc. Those will display as unknown for a park name because of the fact that the person claiming the park simply hasn't updated the park's information to start displaying that. But you can click on the names in the park name column, and that's going to open up the page about that park and start giving a little bit of information about what's associated with that park. And then somebody can decide, hey, I want to go ahead and contact that person about that specific park. Now again, personal contacts that you add into the system will not have this option in there because of the fact that they're not a member. We haven't linked them using the My Parks feature. So we do not display claim parks for anybody that's just a personal contact. So the last portion that you're able to actually edit for both personal and member type contacts is the personal notes. And this is where you as the user can go ahead and enter in any personal notes. Maybe you've made contact with somebody and you wanted to, just write a few notes down about the phone call that you made to them, or maybe some park information that they have in their claimed park section. You can enter all that in there. It stays private specifically to you. Nobody else can see that information. And that way you can have as many personal notes about that person as you'd like. So as I said, you can also add personal contacts, and personal contacts are maybe somebody in your Rolodex and your contact list somewhere else that you want to add to the system, so that all of your mobile home park contacts are within one area, and that way you don't have to be switching between applications to try to keep track of all the contacts. And you can add a personal contact by just clicking the Add New Contact button at the top right of the main page for our industry contacts. For each new personal contact that you add, you will be required to at least complete the required fields in the personal information section. The company information items are optional, so keep that in mind when you're adding a brand new personal contact. You will be required to complete the required fields in the personal information section. And then once you've got all that entered, you just click Save, and it will save that contact, and you can begin adding company information or personal notes if you'd like. So any personal contact that you've created, you can also delete it by simply clicking the delete icon in the actions menu, and that icon is a trash can. Just click on it, you'll get a confirmation note or notice saying, hey, are you sure you want to delete this contact? Once you confirm it, that contact will then be deleted. You will not be able to delete any member type contacts. And that's because they control this within their own user's profile settings. And so, when they say that they want to make their information public, we let them continue to make it public, and we take away the option for you to delete them out of the system. So let's dive into seeing our contacts feature in action. So again, industry contacts and contacts is the same thing. We just have a little longer name for what it actually is versus what we put in the menu option. So anytime we're referring to the contacts feature, we're referring to our industry contacts feature also. And to access our contacts feature, simply log into your user's dashboard, and in the left menu, go ahead and click on contacts, and that's going to take you to our industry contacts list. And again, industry contacts is a way for our members to go ahead and promote themselves, whether they want to be a premium member or maybe they just want to keep their basic membership. They can go ahead and do so and still promote their information to others that may be premium members by going into their profile, and in their profile settings on the personal information portion, they can choose at the bottom, make my profile public, or they can unselect it so that it prevents it from showing in their information showing in the contacts feature. Now by default, when you first sign up and you're a basic member, this option is unchecked. So anybody that wants to promote themselves in the contacts feature will be required to go ahead and place the check in there manually and then click update profile. As just a quick side note, if you do plan on promoting yourself in the contacts feature, go ahead and make sure too, for your social medias section of your profile, complete and let us know where the URL locations of those social media types are. That way when we display your contact information in the contacts feature, users that are viewing you can simply click the go button and it takes you to your social media page. Maybe you're trying to promote more followers in the industry. Maybe you're trying to, just get a few more likes in YouTube. Or maybe that person, you've got some more contact information in there. They can go ahead and contact you directly in those social medias. So let's take a look. Once you've optioned in, again, you can be a basic member or a premium member. But in order to use the contacts feature, you must be a premium member. So, if you're a basic member and you decide you like what you see here, go ahead and upgrade yourself to a premium membership, and you'll have access to the contacts list. If you're a not a member yet, go ahead and sign up to MHParks.com. It will automatically make you a free basic member. You can start browsing around a little bit. And then once you're ready, go ahead and do that upgrade so that you have access to contacts. So as we look at the main page in our industry contacts list, you're going to see in our contacts type column, a contact can be either a personal contact that you've added to the system, or it can be a member contact type. And member contact types are who option to make their profile public when they're a member of MHParks.com. By default, the page is going to load with your contact last name in alphabetical order. And we'll go ahead, and when you click on the member type for that specific contact, you're going to be automatically shown their contact information. Now we have 4 sections that will display for any member, but for a personal contact type, we'll only have 3, and we'll show you that here. So in this example, in our personal information, we show you things like their first name, last name, phone number, email address, and in this test environment, if I would have put URLs to my social media pages, I could just click the go, and it would take me to that social media page. In our next section is our company information. You'll see their logo, their company information. You're going to also see their primary role in the mobile home and RV park industry. And that way you know right away, okay, that person is a park investor, or maybe they're an RV dealer, or maybe they're an insurance agent. You'll be able to tell right away and know how you want to interact with that contact. You'll also know the time zone that particular contact's company is in, so that way, if you're on the East Coast, you're not calling them at 8 a.m. over when they're on the West Coast. The Claim Parks section. So this is really a cool tool when you're maybe a park investor and you're looking for off-market parks. This is a cool tool to use. So when a member signs up to MHParks.com and they make their profile public and they've claimed parks in the My Parks feature, we display you the parks that they've claimed in the claimed parks section of their contact information. And that way you can go ahead and start looking at the parks that they've got. Alternatively, if you've claimed parks in the My Parks feature, this is another reason to make sure that your parks are up to date with the most current information and the most current pictures. Because when we go ahead and a user decides to click on one of your parks, and this is just again, test environment, so in this particular park I don't have any of my images loaded yet, but we'll see that I do have it claimed in my parks. It's one of my parks that I've claimed, and I'm looking at my information, so it's going to tell me that it's my park. For anybody else, if they've claimed it and you're looking at their information, it's going to show the claimed badge. And if it alternatively is for sale at the given moment, so they've got a published ad selling that park right at the moment, you're going to also see for sale badge that's on there as well. But you can see all the information that you would normally see if you were going into park sites. It's the same information displayed here and there. And you can see the park's phone number just quickly and its location as well. So this is, again, really a cool tool when you're looking for off-market deals. Now, occasionally you're going to see a park name, and not very often, but once in a while you might see a park name that says unknown. And in that situation, and I'll go back to our previous tutorials that talk a little bit about it, but on any of our integrated Google satellite maps, when we display a pin color of a park, black pins represent that there is no park information, that we do know that the site is there, but nobody has entered in the park name, the breakdown of the lots that are inside that park, maybe provided any utility information. So in those instances that somebody's claimed a park but hasn't quite got a chance to update the park information, you're going to see that displayed as unknown. So there is a park there, they just haven't updated their information. So again, really cool tool. Take advantage of it. It's an awesome way to look for off-market deals. So personal notes section. This allows you to privately enter in personal notes. So maybe you've made contact with somebody about their park that was in the claimed park section, and you want to enter in that you've talked to them, or maybe some details about that phone call or email. You can enter that into the personal notes section of that contact. And again, those are private just to you. Nobody else can see your personal notes. And you can enter a personal note for any member type or contact type, or any personal contact type as well. And you just enter it in here, click your update button, and it's going to save that to that contact type for you. So now if I look into my personal contacts, so I've added somebody into it, and I'm looking at it. If I want to edit that person's information, I'm free to do so. And maybe instead of their last name, instead of tester, it's testing. Once you change any of the fields in the section that you're viewing, the update button is going to come alive, and you can just click update, and it's going to save that new information. Now, to create a new personal contact, you'll just simply click the add new contact button, and you can start completing the information about that personal contact. We do require to add a personal contact, we do require that you at least complete the required fields for that person in the personal information section. And this way, your records are more complete. Maybe you've got several contacts that are in a spreadsheet. Maybe you've got several contacts that are in your Outlook records or something like that. This provides you that ability to bring those personal contacts into your mobile home and RV contacts, so you're not switching applications all the time. So that's why you would want to create one. You can also upload an image of that person. Once you click save, it's going to go ahead and complete the email address and phone number here for your quick reference. Now, if you've entered a personal contact and maybe for some reason you want to delete them, again, you can just go ahead and click the delete option or the trash can icon in the actions menu. It's going to ask for confirmation, and once you click yes, that record is completely permanently deleted from the system. You'll notice for our member types, you're going to see a padlock in the actions menu. That padlock indicates that you can't do anything with that record, but you can just view it, but you can't change anything in it. And that's because all the information is controlled from our member's profile instead of through people changing it within the contacts feature. So I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. And again, my name is Gil Wigington. I'm the lead support member for MHParks.com. and I'm also the designer of MHParks.com. So anytime you have a question, feel free to email me directly at gwigington@mhparks.com, or you can also contact our support team by just simply emailing support@mhparks.com, and we'll answer any question you have as quickly as we can. But that way you can continue to utilize the features that are all within MHParks.com.